Money Monday, week number 4, the only 3 numbers you need to be tracking. All right, we are wrapping up our Money Monday series today. And I put insert sad face. I've absolutely loved this series so much, and I hope you guys have as well. I'm not letting you leave this series without something you can actually implement today. Okay. So I'm going to be giving you guys my exact monthly profit margin spreadsheet. So what we're going to be talking all about today is profit and profit margin. So if you were with us last week, and if you're just tuning into this week's, I'm going to encourage you, go back and listen to the past 3 weeks. We've had 4 after today, 4 different episodes all on my Money Monday strategy and framework. What I do, what I track, what I do with every dollar inside Profit First and credit cards, and how I utilize all of the money that comes in through Salon Lace and LG Education. So I want you guys to go back and listen to the other 3 weeks. They're all pretty short episodes, nothing crazy. But today, we're going to be talking, I think is the most important episode because it's all about profit and profit margin. So we're going to talk about that. And I'm giving you guys my spreadsheet. So this is the exact same spreadsheet. Literally, I just made a copy of it that I use to track my business's profit every single month. Okay. So here's the kicker. I only track 3 numbers. We track other data, my team members inside of LG Education on a spreadsheet, but I track these numbers. These are the most important that I track every single month. All right. So if you're thinking right now, man, I need this, like, what does the spreadsheet look like? It's so simple, you guys, but it's pretty. And if you're thinking, wait, Lacey, I actually need this, I want you to go to the show notes right now, grab the spreadsheet, pause the episode, and come right back. Okay. So go to the show notes and you guys can download my profit margin spreadsheet and start utilizing it today. Okay. All right. The 1-hour weekly habit that changed everything inside my business. Money Monday. That's what we're talking about. And we're talking about today the only 3 numbers that you need to be tracking. That's it. 3. So I titled this little section, Simplicity Wins Always. And I truly believe this. I think it's a lot of salon owners right now think they need these super complex systems, or you feel like numbers are overwhelming, or I don't know what to track or how to track, or maybe you fall off the wagon after 2 weeks and you think you need these P&Ls and reports and dashboards and all these things. And listen, some of these, yes, some of these things do matter. I'm not going to say they don't. But most of you don't need more information, more spreadsheets. You don't need it. Or more complex systems. That's not what you need. You need simplicity and consistency. Those are really the only 2 things you guys need right now. Simplicity and consistency. So the 3 numbers that I want you tracking every single month, and this is what I track, is revenue, expenses, and profit. Revenue, expenses, and profit. Now there is a 4th column inside of this spreadsheet, and it's profit margin. So technically 4, but we're saying 3 because it's simple, and I don't want to overwhelm you guys with 4, and you're like, oh my god. And because it's a percentage, we're just leaving it out. Okay, so we're gonna say you're tracking 3 numbers, but really you're tracking 4. All right, revenue, expenses, profit, and profit margin. Okay. That's it. You guys, that's the system right there. It is not complex. It is super simple. It doesn't even take me 5 minutes to fill this out now. Super, super simple. All right. So let's talk about what these numbers are and how you find these numbers. All right. Revenue is what came in. All the monies that came into your business. Okay. Expenses are what went out. What did you have to pay for? You likely had to buy product, lightener, developer, foils. If you have a team, you've got payroll taxes. If you lease your building or you rent a suite, all of these are expenses. The third thing we're going to track is profit. What actually is yours to keep? And that's really the only thing that matters. I really don't care about revenue, expenses, like profit. What are you keeping? Okay, revenue minus expenses equals profit. And then profit margin, the percentage of your revenue that you actually keep as profit. The percentage of your revenue. Okay, so how do you get your profit? We just said that. Profit equals revenue minus expenses. What's left over after everything is paid? We talked a little bit about this inside of one of the earlier episodes inside the series when I told you guys profit first. I don't believe in your profit just being what's left over. I believe in actually taking your profit first. So if you guys want to go back, you can listen to that episode. And then how do you calculate your profit margin? So, profit's super easy to track. Revenue minus expenses equals profit. Your profit margin's a little more complex. And I will say, if you're anything like me and you're like, wait, how do you calculate this again? Lacey told me. I don't want to go back and listen to the episode. Get in ChatGPT and just ask ChatGPT, what's the formula for profit margin? And it's going to spit it off. Okay. I have literally done this and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. How do you calculate profit margin? This one is a percentage. Okay. So it's going to look a little bit different. Profit margin percentage is your profit divided by your revenue multiplied by 100. I'm going to say that again. Your profit margin percentage is your profit divided by your revenue multiplied by 100. Okay? This is the percentage of your revenue that you actually keep. All right? Now, I truly do not care, and you shouldn't either, about big revenue numbers if you're losing money every single month or your profit is very little. I could give two shits of what the total amount of revenue that you bring in, okay? I care about your profit. I coach salon owners all the time bragging about doing $500,000, $700K, or $1 million in total revenue. And at the end of the year, I'm like, okay, cool. But how much of that did you actually keep? Because if you made $500,000 in your salon and you kept $15K, we got a problem. That's a 3% profit margin. So when I ask, are you happy with this? Are you happy with 3% profit margin and keeping $15K when you brought in $500,000? Okay. And I know what every single one of you guys are thinking right now. And I'd be asking the same question. Okay, Lacey, what's a healthy profit margin percentage? What percentage should I actually be keeping every single month? I'd be asking that. Like, what's a target? What's a benchmark? What should I be keeping? And here's my answer. There is no magic number. Okay? There's not one percentage where you've made it and everything's perfect and your business is healthy and thriving. There's not just a magic number you're going to get to. What matters more than hitting some perfect number is that your salon is actually profitable. That's A. I care that you're profitable. And B, that the profit margin is improving month after month. Okay, so if you're sitting at a 3% profit margin right now, you've done the math. At the time of this recording, it is March of 2026. I want you to go back and calculate January and February's profit margin. Okay. If you are right now sitting at a 3% profit margin, okay, I don't need you jumping and saying, I'm going to shoot for a 30% profit margin and try to hit that by April or May. I'm going to tell you, good luck. What are you doing? Firing your team? Working out of your house? Like, how are you going to cut those expenses? Like, good luck. I don't recommend doing that. I need you going from a 3% to a 5%. 5% profitable. And then when you hit that, go from 5 to 8%. And then from 8 to 10% and so forth. You move the goalpost forward. Now, with that being said, I know you want some kind of target. So I'm going to give you that. For the salon industry, for our industry, a healthy profit margin is typically somewhere between the 8 to 15% range. And some educators might argue about this of what's healthy. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're sitting in that range every single month from 8 to 15%, you're pretty healthy, okay, for the salon industry. All right, if you can get to the 18-15% range, you're going to be in a really strong position. Most salons are not there. I don't have a percentage on this, but I was just a ballpark range. 98% of salons are not there. How do I know? Because I coach a lot of them. I talk to my students. All right. Many are sitting at a loss every single month and barely breaking 1 to 3% profitable. And I want to ask you to ask yourself, why? Is it worth it to lose money in your company every single month? I believe that knowing this is everything. You should know how profitable you are and if you are even profitable. I hate saying this because it sounds so crazy to me, literally sounds crazy, to think that if you've been in business for however many years and you're not even turning a profit, you're running a nonprofit organization, what are you doing? Is it worth it? I want you to focus on consistency inside of your Money Monday and to start just pulling these numbers every single month. Start here, okay? Then you can start making some educated decisions to improve the health of your salon. Track it relentlessly, analyze it consistently, and start making decisions based on your data, not your feelings, to move this one number forward every single. That's it. That's the game we're playing right now, guys. That's the only thing that I care that you should be tracking. Profit margin. That's it. Keep it super simple. But if you're losing money right now, we got some work to do. And I don't want you to just be like, oh, we got to get to 15%, 15%, 50. No. If you're at a loss right now, let's get to 2% profitable. That's it. If you're at 5% profitability, let's move it to 8. Okay. You're going to set the benchmark and the goal. And however many months, do you want to get there in 8 weeks? Do you want to get there in 4 months? Let's see what's possible. How are we going to do that? Bring in more money, spend less. Essentially, that's the name of the game. We're going to bring in more total revenue and we're going to spend less money. All right, consistency over perfection. I don't need you to do this perfectly because in the beginning, you're going to want to cry. I know I did. Just becoming aware of the chaos inside of your business finances. And I put possibly next to that. Some of you guys might not be. You might know your numbers. You might run a lean business and you might be like, damn, I'm actually doing pretty good. And I hope and pray that's the case for you. But some of you guys may want to cry when you start pulling your numbers and you start tracking this, your profitability. I need you to track this consistently. This is your 1 hour CEO move every single week that matters the most, Money Monday. It matters more than anything. Okay? I'm literally giving you guys my profit margin spreadsheet. No excuses. Go to the show notes right now, download it, and start tracking this every single month. Okay? Simple, guys. Very simple. It's not a lot. And I promise you, once you get it under control and you have someone doing your books and you know your expenses, which you should be, okay? Having someone keep up with all your expenses, how much total revenue is coming in, what does your P&L look like, whether you do it on the 5th or the 7th of the month, and saying, okay, we were $2,000 profitable this month. Great. What's the profit margin now? Fill out that spreadsheet. All right. 1 hour inside Money Monday. And I'm literally giving you guys the spreadsheet. Okay. So if you have loved this Money Monday series, here's your next step. I don't want you to just listen. I want you to implement right now. Go to your calendar, paper calendar, Google Calendar, wherever your calendar's at. Maybe you guys use your software, your booking software, and put it on the 5th of every single month or the 7th. Give yourself 5 to 7 days. Your CPA, your accountant, your bookkeeper to get everything organized, everything good to go. and I want you to track your profit. Okay. So maybe you guys put in there track profit margin, and it's recurring monthly, the 5th of every month. And then you guys can thank me later. Okay. This is our very last short and sweet episode inside of our Money Monday series. And I just want to say, I hope you guys have loved this series as much as I have. You don't need more time. You don't need more clients. You definitely don't need more education and information. You need to start paying attention to your money. And you can do this inside Money Monday or Finance Friday, okay? Keep it super simple. Keep it consistent. If you miss it on Monday, you do it Tuesday morning, and you make it happen every single week and every month. Okay, and I'm going to end on a couple little quotes for you guys. Revenue is vanity. Is that not a vanity metric? Vanity metrics. Profit is sanity. Revenue is vanity. Profit is sanity. And that's so true. If you don't know your profit, you don't know your business. And I didn't for many, many, many years. Your business is not successful if it's not paying you. So if you're pulling money from you working behind the chair on guests, your tips, your commission, total dollars, everything of you working behind the chair to pay for your salon expenses, we've got some work to do. All right? Don't beat yourself up over it. Let's just start with becoming profitable. And then let's move that goalpost and move that metric every so many months. And you can do that by using our spreadsheet and tracking it. So it's in the show notes. All right. I hope you guys have loved this series. I love you guys so, so much. I'm going to put also inside the show notes podcast recommendations and topics. If there's anything that you guys want to hear us talk about, tell me. Literally, please click on that in the show notes and say, Lacey, I want to hear you talk about this, or this would be a great topic. And sometimes too, I will tell you, I go through and repeat, repurpose, redo some older episodes from, let's say, 2 years ago that you're not going to scroll back all the way and things have changed and shifted. We will absolutely talk about a topic that maybe we've talked about before and spin it a little bit. Okay. So anything at all, I want to hear from you guys. I hope you guys have a fan-freaking-tastic week, and I'll see you guys same place right here next week inside the Level Up with Lacey podcast. Bye, guys.